In this video, I'll be showing you how to do an E-wrap stitch. Today I'm using the small round loom that's often used for comfy, chunky socks and tiny hats. To begin, we'll need to cast our yarn onto the loom. To do that, we'll be doing the E-wrap cast on, and then we will continue into the E-wrap stitch. Start off with a slip knot and place it on your first peg. Then take the working yarn behind the next peg and wrap it back around from right to left, over top of the yarn and back towards the middle of your loom. Then move on to the next peg. Go behind that peg, wrap your yarn backwards across the front of the peg and back into the middle of the loom. As you can see, this looks like a lowercase e. Then continue this process all the way around your loom until you complete the last empty peg. I kind of like to pull these down in the first row as I go, so I'll just take my fingers inside the loom here and work the yarn down as I'm wrapping. It's a personal preference, and the more you loom knit, you'll get your own system down. Our next step in this process is that we're going to go one more round doing the same thing. So once again, take our yarn behind and wrap in a backwards direction. Move on to the next peg, come in front, wrap behind in a backwards direction, and repeat that all the way around again, keeping this round of yarn higher on the peg than the previous round. When we have finished this round, I like to take my yarn and wrap it a few times down here just to help secure it down and make it easier moving forward. If you choose to do this, you will need to unsecure this yarn before your next round so that your project will work down and not be cinched up to the loom. Next, we'll be taking our loom knitting hook and grabbing the bottom strand of yarn and lifting it up and over the top strand of yarn. Grab the yarn below, pull it over the top round of yarn. Grab the yarn, pull it over. Do this for every peg on your loom. Once you've completed this step, you have successfully casted the yarn onto your loom. To start the E-wrap stitch, we'll first want to make sure that all of the yarn from the previous round has been pushed down, as you can see here. We'll be continuing on by E-wrapping each peg the same way we did in the cast on process. A tip for you to make wrapping easier is to hold your loom vertical like this. If you are finding value in this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up so that I can continue to bring you more tutorials in the future. And if you subscribe to my channel and hit this bell, you'll be sure to get notifications when I release new video tutorials. Thanks so much, and now back to our project. Once there's 2 strands of yarn in each peg, you can begin knitting again by bringing the bottom piece of yarn over the top. Once you've completed that on each peg and made sure all of your yarn remaining on the peg is pushed down, you can start wrapping the pegs for the next round. I'd like to show you another option with doing the stitch, depending on your level of comfort. But oftentimes I may only wrap a few, as you can see here, and then I'll go ahead and knit them. I'll do this more so when I'm working on a larger loom because it gives me more control and I don't have to worry about my wrap coming off on a different section of the loom versus the part that I'm working on. The E-wrap is a very basic and easy to learn technique that's great for loom knitting beginners. Practice this by repeating this process over and over because the E-wrap will be used in a lot of patterns. If you're ready to tackle your next or first project, check out this video where I make my favorite loom knit beading. Thanks for watching and have a great day.